difficult to carry stress. Well, I want to thank everybody for taking time out of their busy schedules to get with us this evening. My name is Jackie Steph. I am a health coach, and we're here to talk about natural longevity. I was actually introduced to the product a year and a half ago. Got a phone call. The natural longevity had launched in October. I got a phone call in November from a real dear friend that I've known for decades. He was really excited about all the product was doing for him. Apparently he was in on a little trial version of it, and he got to try it for a couple of weeks and really liked the results that he was getting. So he shared it with me, and I went straight to the internet and started doing some research myself on adaptogens. Found out that this is a grouping of plants. There's over 200 plants that are called adaptogenic herbs. And of these, there's a lot of them that people may know. Plants like ashwagandha, rhodiola, holy basil, some of the mushrooms got adaptogen properties in them. And our combination has got 8 different adaptogens in therapeutic amounts, and the science behind them is pretty amazing. Everything from helping out with inflammation, helping with reducing our stress levels, helping with strength and stamina and recovery times, and even helping with some conditions, when we're talking about diabetes, heart disease, that have been studied with adaptogenic herbs. So it's pretty amazing what all I found on the internet. Also, just right on our website, there's a lot of science behind the products right there to get you a good start on what our products can do. But I was really amazed at the number of testimonies I kept hearing of, and all different things across the board. So when you look at the science, it really makes sense, because what adaptogens do is just help us adapt to the world around us. A lot of these plants grow in very harsh climates, very cold, very hot temperatures, very dry, not having a lot of water, and they thrive in these very harsh areas. Well, the same thing that's allowing that plant to thrive under a lot of stress is going to do the same thing for us. Most of us deal with a great deal of stress every day, and this is going to help take that edge off, help bring our stress levels down. It helps us cope with things that go wrong. You never know when stress is going to hit you. All it takes is that one phone call, that one person cutting you off in traffic to start a stressful situation going on in your life. So I love the fact that this helps lower our stress and handle our ability to handle stress so much better just with this, with taking the adaptogens. So I'm going to kind of break in here and let a few people share their stories as I'm going through this. That way you kind of get a better idea how this can affect young and old. No matter where you're at with your health, it can give you improvement. I'm going to start out with my daughter. She's on the line with us. Brittany, if you'll start to fix yourself and unmute where we can hear you, I'd love to hear what was going on with you and Justin. Hello there. Hello.
Okay, so if y'all don't know about me, my mom is Jenny Smith. I have a daughter who turned 1 back in April, and as most people know, a 1-year-old can kind of be stressful. They're new exploring territory and trying to get into anything humanly possible, which she does very well at. I started taking the Epic Ultra, the Phyto Forte, and the adaptogens, and they work well for me. I normally, in the beginning, would get stressed all the time. I don't. With everything that goes on, I'm pretty mellow for the most part. She's been breastfed still now, and she's never really been sick. She's a pretty calm, docile little munchkin. So I've found a lot of benefits to it, and along with just that, with the health benefits it gives you, the fact that you still get a monthly check coming in where we're able to put money back for buying a unit, for looking into buying a house now, that's a huge benefit as well. Would you like me to go ahead and get Justin to explain to you right now?
Sure, go ahead, sure.
So my husband was a little more skeptical, about wanting to try it because he's not really into trying new things. But he's a manager at 7-Eleven, so he deals with a lot of stress on a daily basis, dealing with just employees and stuff like that. And then when us having a baby in the same mix, he wouldn't try it at first. But when Madison was born, she's our daughter, he wanted to try it. So, and he talked to my mom about it. One tell he's more stressful and he'll snap quicker. Whereas when he's off, he'll just take 3 and he's fine all day. So, and then, yeah, again, the huge plus is getting a paycheck for still getting this amazing product is amazing. So, we are very, very happy for the benefits of natural longevity.
Well, thank you very much, Brittany. And then like I said, they're in their 20s, so that kind of gives you an idea. I think most people tend to be under stress, and I actually work with a lot of children, too, so I'll go over that a little bit here in the call. But I love the fact that as we're bringing our stress levels down, it's also doing something else, and this is a really big category for a lot of people, inflammation in our body. Adaptogens has the ability to get the inflammation out to where the body can heal and repair faster, and that is such a huge key for so many people. It's not just inflammation in joints, though. It can be inflammation anywhere. You think about cardiovascular disease, where it's inflammation around the heart. You think about inflammation with some of the autoimmune disorders, with the intestinal tract get affected. So anywhere there's inflammation, this is going to help get that inflammation out, which is really exciting for me. And I think we're going to have Sandra come on real quick. If you could start to get yourself in, give your testimony. Sandra, you might want to try star 6 or mute if you just muted your line. Richard, can you see her on the board, or did we get her dropped off the call? Try for our technical difficulties tonight. Sandra? If not, then I'm going to pull it over to Joe Joseph. Can you come on? And again, if you'll just star 6 yourself, that should unmute the line to where.
Yes, Jackie.
Yeah, you are, Jeff.
My friend Jackie Smith introduced me to this product in February of 2014, and I had some major medical problems in 2013 in the hospital for 3 weeks, and when I was discharged from the hospital, I was in a wheelchair, and it's not a fun place to be, and needless to say, I was under a lot of stress, and Jackie shared a sample with me. She knows I'm a product-orientated individual, and if I see a result with something, I'll be a good customer of hers. So within 3 days, I was seeing results as far as major cleanse, and I got in touch with Jackie, and I said, "Hey, what's this all about?" And she says, "Joe, that's a good thing." She said, "What's happening is all the drugs that are in your fat cells in your body from you being sick here for so many months, all this poison is coming out of your system." And she said, "Tomorrow you'll feel like a new person." And that's exactly how I felt the next day. I was on the product about 3 weeks, and I got out of the wheelchair onto a walker and used a walker for a month and a half, and finally was able to walk on my own again, which is a fantastic thing at 70 years old. And I've continued taking the adaptogens, and I thank Jackie every day for sharing them with me. It's put me back on my feet again, literally, and no more painful joints. I would go to bed at night, about 2 hours later I'd get up with pain in my shoulder. I'd have to take some pain pills for, and as a result of an injury that I had, and it was probably within a week's time I was sleeping all night as a result of taking the adaptogens, and the day won't go by that I don't take at least 6 a day and feel better than I have probably at 50 years old. Back to you, Jackie.
Thank you so much, Joe. Well, I tell you what, it just gets even more amazing. Well, as I got into more and more of the research, I started seeing that they were using these for all different types of things. In fact, athletes, if we look back to the Russian studies, they started out with using it with their militaries, and they went to the cosmonauts, and they actually went to their athletic community. In fact, they were using these with their Olympic athletes in the 70s. other day. I'm looking at some insurance, and she asked me something that I had never been asked before. She said, well, what does a typical day look like for you? I said, okay, the dogs wake me at 6 o'clock in the morning. I feed the dogs and let them out. I feed the cat, and then I walk 100 feet out to the mailbox and mail some things, and 100 feet back, and then, I pay some bills, I make some business calls, and about 4 o'clock, I'm out feeding the horses, and then I come in and make supper. I'm going on all these things that I do in a day. And she was, naturally, I had some of my brochures laying out there on the table, and she went home with some samples before she left here. But she said, let's see now, and what is your age? And I said, well, I was 71 in March, and she dropped her pen and stopped talking, and then she looked up at me, and we were sitting very close at the table, and she said, you sure look young. See, my hair is still dark, and I've been using the Acid Complex, and my skin is so soft. I love that new product, and that's how a typical day goes here. I mean, I have the sustained energy, not a high and then crash later. No, I always feel great, and when I have breakfast, I take some of my adaptogens, and I take my Ultra that keeps my immune system strong so that I can do these things. I have to be out there in all kinds of weather with the horses. They have to be fed and so on. And I'm very fortunate. I mean, other people say, oh, gee, now I've got a sore throat. Oh, I think I'm getting the flu. And when she asked, what medications do you take? I said, I don't take any medications. I feel good every day. And so I absolutely love everything about natural longevity. And the thing is, anybody can do this. I had a friend one time, and he said, and there's nothing wrong with reading and, learning things. So we've got, Jackie and Richard and, Barry that are very experienced in all this. But he said, you can't learn to ride a bike by reading a book. So with a business like this, anybody can do it. Just get out there and take action. Life is for living. And you can't sit back and think, oh, I might say the wrong thing. No, and the more you do it, the easier it gets. Because what I learned a long time ago that helped me, sometimes I still get on the phone and I get nervous and I get a little tongue-tied and I hang up and I think, oh, I forgot to say the most important thing. So what I did one time is I wrote a little script down. And I said it to myself, I said it to a friend, how does this sound to you? And sometimes they can, make a suggestion. But you have to practice so you don't sound like you're reading something. But, and follow-up is very important too. I had a prospect paid me a compliment the other day that I really appreciated. He said, you are better at follow-up than anybody else I know. And that made me feel good, because if you talk to someone and you act like you are interested in them, what they have to say, but they don't hear from you again in another month, then that doesn't really sound like you really cared what they had to say. So follow-up is also very important. Let them know that you really want to know, how is that sick little boy coming along? Or, did you get a new car now that the other one was in the accident? Whatever it is, make little notes so they know you really heard what they were saying. And I suggest turn off the TV, turn off the radio, turn off anything that is going to take away your attention from the person you are listening to. Well, I'll shut up, because I could go on all night, because I love natural longevity. on any medications for all the aches and pains that go along with living, because guess what? You don't need them. So it's very exciting when you see this happen with your friends and loved ones. So, next we want to talk a little bit about mental clarity and focus. The one thing I do love about this product, it can help with your memory. It also helps to balance our entire system. They say that adaptogens are non-specific in what they do, but what they're actually trying to do is work on getting our entire body into a balanced state. So that could be our organs, it could be our hormones, it could be the lymphatic system, it could be the digestive system. It doesn't matter what system, it's going to be continuously nudging it back toward a balanced state. And a lot of it has to do with those glands, with the adrenals, with the thyroid, with getting them into balance. In fact, it's got our product has chlorella in there that's a really good cleansing agent, just like what Joe mentioned. He had this deep cleanse. He had taken a lot of medications over that, especially that last year and all before he got introduced to the adaptogens. So it really helped flush all that debris out, clean up the system, and actually helped his system to balance and work better and to begin that healing process. So all of that is part of what the product is doing inside of our body. And like I said, the list goes on and on about all the things it can help with. And the last person I kind of would like to call on, and this is another overall testimony with a lot of in general things that have happened with it, and that's Brother Copeland. Would you mind sharing a little bit about what got you involved with the product, but also what brought you to the business side of it?
Heck, I'd love to. We was with Greenwood, and Dan introduced the adaptogens to us, and we took them and found out right off the bat that they helped us. So, but when the company actually launched in October of 13, we were one of the first ones to begin with it, and I started taking them, and about the first 4 weeks, I began to feel a little bit of relief in my situation. I had my knees. I pastor church. We have 21 steps. It goes up, 22 steps. It goes up, and before that left knee would not bend, I'd have to lift up that first step and drag my left foot up and do that on the 22 step. But after about 4 weeks, I began to feel a little bit of relief. But in 4 months, I can literally walk those steps. And now then, I've been on it since October 16th or 18th or 13th. And now that I can climb them steps 2 at a time, I can do ladders. If I get down on the ground, I no longer have to crawl around to get a hold of something to get up to. Just let it give the Lord Jesus Christ thanks, because He has helped me so much, and I definitely felt that it was God that led me to stand and this product. And I'm excited about what's going on, and I'm excited about what's going on with my wife. She couldn't go to sleep. Now then, she can just lay down and go to sleep. There's so many things. And then I wasn't even realizing, but I was losing weight on doing nothing but taking the adaptogens. And it has really helped me. And my memory, being a pastor, there's been times that as I would be preaching all at once, I would forget what I was fixing to say next. I'd just leave my mind. And I'd have to grab another something and go with it. But since it's probably been a year now since that has happened to me. I am excited about what the adaptogens done for me and Sister Copeland, and we're just giving God the praise and the glory for it. Back to you, Jackie.
Well, thank you, Brother Copeland. It's really exciting when you see so many things happen with people. I love the fact, too, like I said, these are non-specific in what they do. And my easiest explanation for what that means is, like in my household, I've got when we started on the product, we started my niece on 6, which is the adult dosage, and we started my little nephew on a single one a day. Well, we actually, for the first 3 days, did a half tablet and then worked him up to 1 tablet a day. For her, she actually got energy. She was able to get up out of bed. She had a condition where she slept a lot, a whole lot, sometimes, 18 hours in a day. So she was only up enough time to wake up and go to work, come back home, go back to bed. My nephew, on the other hand, was one that was very hyper. In fact, they had tried to label him with a few initials at school. And I love the fact that when we started him on it, she got energy that calmed him down. He was able to focus. He was able to do better at school and his homework. So, same thing happened for each that they needed to have happen. So he, bless body, adaptogens may very well be the answer to any of the challenges that you're facing. Okay, for most of my clients, what I did is I started about 2 dozen people on the product that I know and care about. I said, try it, just see what happens. Well, 13 of them joined the business. So they pretty well told me that they were getting wonderful results with the product, and this was over the first few weeks that they were on it. So it got me very excited in sharing the product with other people. It's probably one of the easiest products I've been able to share. We've got a price point that's perfect for the market space, $42 for a single month supply of the product, $8 shipping. You can order as a member for that same 42, or you can be a preferred customer just to try us out. See what you think of the product. Either way, you've got a full 30-day money-back guarantee on the product, so you can try it knowing full well that you're not losing anything. You know, there's no risk involved. So I love that fact that, too, you can do a quarterly order, too. You can do a single month or quarterly, order 3 months at a time, and only pay one shipping charge for that $8, so you're saving $16 in shipping. So it makes it convenient for people. We have no kit to buy. In fact, I tell you what, I think I'm going to introduce Lauren over here and let him tell you about all the things we don't have and why he's excited about sharing our products with other people. So, Lauren, you want to take it away?
Certainly. So anyway, the product is what won me over. It was a time that I was looking for a company that would issue the gotchas. Of course, I wanted a business opportunity to go with it. But it wasn't until it started waking me up and said, you know, we not only have an opportunity here to share with everyone, affordable for the masses, we have a product that works. And that's what makes it so dynamic. And knowing that when I share this with someone and they use the product, they're going to get results, and then we're going to have a customer. And customers are number one here with Stat Healing and Publicity. This is why the opportunity is so wonderful for everyone. Let's start with the customer. When that, again, beat that enough, that when the customer's taken care of, we have a business. And the product, just like we talked about it, Jackie, it's just, you can't get any better. It is phenomenal. I'm excited because it helps not only us, but our family, those who we love and care about, the closest to us in life. And when we see the result there, you know, it's just a given. When we know we can have a product we share with people, let's go ahead and try it. Whatever. When we can share with all ages, children are benefiting from this. And it's a business opportunity for anyone who wants to sign up for free. There's no sign-up fee. There is no qualifications other than one bottle a month, or 3 bottles every quarter. Save on shipping. So no website fees. We have websites. We have a representative website that Richard and his wife put together, did a phenomenal job. It's all free. It's amazing. We have a tool to get the job done. We have wonderful brochures and a vast complex product that is just out of this world. We use it not just for the, you know, making the wrinkles go away, but we use it for other things like abrasions or cuts or burns or anything like that. I'm not afraid to use it on anything topically. So it's a wonderful product. It's a good product. There's nothing on the market like it. One of these days we'll have Sue, who has done this for 40 years, cosmetics. She's used everything out there. Nothing comes close. So do we have a product to share? Oh my gosh, we have a product to be proud of. So that's the business opportunity. Jackie, the product is powerful. Any product we have with a sustained and network marketing company, they're that good. So I encourage everyone to use the products we have and benefit by them and share them. And Richard's testimony on the PBS product is phenomenal. So anyone with acid reflux, I mean, how big is that? The purple pill is like, it goes over the counter probably millions of dollars a day across the U.S. Boy, we can help alleviate that. So anyway, back to you, Jackie. Thanks for letting me share.
Thank you so much, Lauren. Well, these other products that they mentioned, I'm going to run through them real quick with everybody and then get off the call here, but I want to make sure y'all are aware. Our natural longevity has got our first and foremost, our prime product is our adaptogens. Like I said, they've been out for 18 months. We also came out about, I guess about 9 months ago with Adaptogens, which is our weight loss version with adaptogens in it. It's in the middle of being reformulated. We're adding another key ingredient that we found that works well with them. So it'll be out soon. We also have Acid Complex, which is a skincare that was mentioned a couple times tonight. Really good, and I love the fact that it's chemical free, no fillers, no binders, no perfumes, no nothing. It's all natural, and it's great for the skin. And then we also have access to Greenwood products. Now, Greenwood Health is Dan Haley's first company that he started over here in the U.S. He's originally from Australia. He's been over here since 1996 and formed a company called Greenwood Health. So it's been around for 15 years now. Got great products, a lot of them that were being used by medical professionals. Well, we have actually have access to those products in our auto shipper in our back office for ordering at an extremely discounted price. That's really important to me because one of them in particular, Allergic Insurance Formula, I actually found that product 8 years ago and started working with a lot of my health clients with that product. It has an amazing story behind it. So I'd like to invite each and every one of you to go over to the website of the person that brought you to this call. Look to the website, study the product, study the science. If you have questions, get a hold of the company or have the person that brought you to the call get a hold of me. I'd love to answer any questions you have. They're amazing products, therapeutic amounts. They literally have the ability to change people's lives, and they're more affordable than any product range I've ever seen. So I'm very excited to be able to introduce our products and our company to you here tonight. Appreciate all of you taking your time out to come over and listen to us, and hopefully you'll take this call back and share it with others. You can access this call simply after we end the call by dialing in to 712-775-7029. It's the same PIN number, 870-670-648#, and then just simply hit the pound button and you'll hear the latest call that was just recorded. You can hit 1 through, I believe, 80 to hear any of the previous calls that we've done over here. But we appreciate y'all's time. God bless you all. Have a great evening, and I'd like to welcome anybody that decides to join us to our Natural Longevity family. So have a great night, everyone. Tomorrow night we have a corporate call for anybody interested. Just ask somebody for the phone number for it. We'll get on here on Tuesday night at 7:45 Central Time. So love to have you listen in with Stan and all of us on the corporate calls on Tuesday. So have a great night. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye, everyone.
This session is no longer being recorded.